right, guys. Once again, this is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from ThrowdownMix.com. Tune in radio. Apologize for the break there. Facebook's acting doo-doo-doo again. But, guys, I'm completely honored, guys. We got one of my favorite new artists jumping in out there. We got my boy Neto out there. Neto, are you online, brother?
Mr. Karaoke Joe, how are you, sir? ¿Cómo andamos?
I'm doing very good, brother. Thank you again for having me, and let me do this for you out there, brother. I'm really excited about this brand new single.
You know what? Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. First of all, I want to thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir.
And te lo agradezco de todo corazón. I want to send a special shout out to all your listeners.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro.
Everybody out there listening. Un abrazo y un saludo fuerte y grande, especially in this time that we are living during the pandemic, and I just want to say, you know what, to everybody, I know that I just jumped in on here right now, and I'm going to start with, hey guys, hang in there. We're almost out of this.
Yes,
con el favor de Dios.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, yeah, no, thank you very much, Joe, for having me, and I'm really excited that I'm excited that you like my single.
Yes, sir. Rosie sent it to me with rap promotions, and I was like, ooh, that's fire right there. I mean, it's got that flow. I know as soon as the clubs open back up, that's gonna be one of those that's gonna get everybody back out on the dance floor and ready to get the blood flowing again.
Yeah, you know what, and I like the song. I appreciate that. I appreciate the compliment. I want to send a special shout out to my producer for that song, the single, Toñaito. My very good friend Eric Avalos, out of Seguin, Texas, the Music Vault. It was his idea. I had recorded my whole CD and Otra Carretera. And I told him, hey, you know what? I was thinking of doing something different. And we had talked about this for a while. Me la mandaba, yo la escuchaba, I would hear it, and I'm like, man, I really like this song. And it was like months. I mean, but he's had it for years. And finally, I told him, saying, man, you know what, let's do it. And I'm glad I did because I'm getting a lot of good feedback, a lot of good response, and I'm happy for that.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, I got to give credit to my producer for that song, mi gran amigo Eric Avalos,
yes,
out
sir.
of the Music Vault. But no, yeah, I can't wait for the clubs to open up. I know that it's, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not in a rush.
Yes.
I think we're all a little apprehensive.
Yes.
Todavía we're a little scared. But I know that eventually we will get back out there, and when we do, I mean, we plan to hit it hard, and I'm just excited, and I'm sure that other musicians feel the same way.
Yes, sir. What was the motivation behind doing this one? I mean, out of all the songs that you could have done, I mean, this one, was it just something you heard and you're like, man, this is fire, I got to drop that, I want to do my own style on this one, or what was the reasoning behind doing it?
Well, you know what? Like I said, yeah, we had already discussed it. We almost a year. I think it was back and forth. And Eric would tell me, well, the song's there, man, if you want it. And I said, man, you know what? I really, really liked the way you did the work on that. I said, let's redo this one, and because he had it, but he just had it like a pre-production,
Yes, sir.
And had, if I wanted to do it, we would, do it all over, and which we did. But I said, yeah, but you know what? Let's keep it the way you have it, and because, like I said, the minute I heard it, I fell in love with the song. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to go that route. But finally, I just, during the pandemic, you have a lot of time to think, and I think that myself, like other artists, other musicians, I know that they've had time to think and reflect, and And if that was the time if you were going to do a change, that was the time, because everybody had all that time to polish up their skills, practice on their singing, practice on their music. So we had plenty of time.
Yes.
And so it was a lot of thinking and reinventing, and I just decided to go with this, and I'm glad I did. Because it's a good song.
Well, I know, I try making a positive out of everything. I know with the bands, I mean, y'all were going out every weekend. Y'all were going out and doing radio promos. I mean, steadily going years and years and years. I mean, and this, as much as we didn't want to, this was a chance for everybody to kind of collect themselves up, take a break, and do, like you said, reflect and kind of reinvent yourself and everything. It could be a good thing. I mean, there's been a lot of loss and bad coming out of this pandemic, but if anything good could come out of it, maybe all those artists, like yourself, that's been out there every weekend. I mean, this was a chance for y'all to breathe a little bit. And then now when y'all do come back, now that the bars, I've heard the rumors, everything's still supposed to start opening up, maybe, y'all going to come out with that much more power, behind what you're working on. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And like you said, during that time, we lost a lot of loved ones, a lot of good friends.
Yes, sir.
You just had El Dorado.
Yes.
We lost Joey. I mean, I knew Joey. We used to sometimes run into the clubs here in San Antonio. I would sing, he would sing, and he was a phenomenal singer. And it was unfortunate we lost him, and we lost a lot of good friends, family.
Yes, sir.
Pero como te digo, we had and think about what we're going to do, what we're going to change.
Yes, sir.
What is good for me, what is good for, So, but like you were saying earlier, that we would travel and this and that. I had all my traveling that I had done was with, I was with the Tejano Highway 281.
Yes, sir.
For many years.
Yes, sir.
And I recorded a few CDs with them and all that. So I did most of my traveling with the Tejano Highway 281. And then I started my own thing, and I had just, believe it or not, I had only done 2 gigs as a solo, as Neto Gutierrez.
Yes.
And they shut us down.
Oh, yeah. Yes,
they shut us down. Pero we weren't gonna fight it. I mean, it was the law. So
yes,
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But no, and you know what, brother, we're gonna get back. Con el favor de Dios, like I said, I know that some musicians, some artists are eager, anxious to get back out there, and some of us are like, you know what, we'll wait and see, how this goes.
Yes.
But deep inside, we're all excited to get back on stage. We miss being on stage.
Yes, sir. I miss DJing in the clubs. I mean, I miss getting the club fired up and, getting everybody on the dance floor and everything like that and everything. But during my day job, I work at a nursing home, so I do see the effects of this COVID and all the precautions that we have to take at the nursing home for our residents and everything. And then to come home from that, so I'm like you, when the clubs did open back up, when they initially opened back up, my roommate at the time, he told me, because his mom owned one of the bars in Amarillo, and he's like, hey, you ready? I'm like, dude, I'm really not ready, because I've got the residents that are depending on me to be safe, and it's not the right time.
Right.
And I told him, I said, it's going to close down again, brother. We're starting too quick, and it ended up happening.
And exactly, and I feel the same way you felt, because I want to get out there.
Yes, sir.
But also, the guys that, the band or whatever, I can't put their lives, their health
Yes.
on the line because I want to go out there and perform my material.
Yes, sir.
It's hard. You got to think about about your musicians. You got to think about your health. You can't just. It's not you by yourself.
Yes, sir.
So it really makes it difficult.
Yes, sir.
And but like I said, I know we're gonna get back out there.
Yes, sir.
And I just. But no, I'm really excited when Rosie said, "Hey, we got this interview with the Karaoke Joe." And I said, "Oh, awesome."
Yes, sir. Rosie's amazing.
Where is Chris? You're in Chris, right?
Yes, sir. Actually, I'm out of Amarillo, but I live in Chris. Chris is probably about 45 minutes south of Amarillo, going toward Lubbock. Yes, sir. So,
I have, you know what? Believe it or not, I used to pick onions over there north of Lubbock, in between Lubbock and Abernathy.
yes, sir. Yep, Chris.
Había cebolla. Do they still have cebolla over there?
Yes, they do. Yep. My grandma used to drag us out there to go get bags.
You know what? My grandfather, and my grandmother, we used to go out there because I have relatives in Abernathy and in Lubbock. That I haven't seen over 30 years.
Yes, sir.
And I have some family in Amarillo también, un primo y una tía.
Well, Chris is probably about 40 minutes away from Abernathy. We're right on the other side of Plainview. Yes.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's a small world.
Awesome.
It's a small world.
I haven't been out there in a while, and I'm really looking forward to going out to Amarillo, Lubbock, Plainview, wherever they have clubs. I mean, I want to go out there and perform, get on stage and sing, and
yes, sir.
And I just can't wait.
Yes,
again, I can't wait, but I can. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
Have y'all out there doing virtual shows and getting really good feedback on it, because the flip of doing virtual shows versus live shows, virtual, I mean, you're really able to connect with your listeners because they're right there commenting in on the show and everything. Have y'all done any yet?
I have not.
Yes, sir.
I didn't do it. I've been like yourself, I have a little business on the side. I have a little trucking company. So if I wasn't working in my business, I was either doing that or recording. I spent a lot of time in the studio. But before I forget, I want to send a special shout out to my other producer, Eddie Perez. I'm sure you've heard of Eddie.
Eddie.
La Calma. Man, Eddie is a phenomenal artist. He's done a lot of work for me. In fact, he did all my first CD. Yes, sir. And he continues to be my producer. He's still my producer.
Yes, sir.
Pero no, I want to send a special shout out to Eddie. También a special shout out to Chris from Tejano Highway 281.
Yes, sir.
Que me dio la oportunidad, con él. He was the first one I traveled with, as far as when I recorded with him. We go out of state and we were all over the place. So I want to send a special shout out to Chris también.
Yes, sir.
Pidi Barra. I jammed out with Pidi Barra. I used to have a band with Pidi Barra. He used to be with Emilio Navaira. And then RDV. Awesome.
Oh yeah, I saw that you were with Artie. Yes,
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for not, I've been singing like forever, but I used to sing in church.
Yes, sir. I saw that, and I was going to talk to you about that, because I mean, does that, in singing in church and then jumping into the Tejano side of it, I mean, does singing in church? Because I know I used to sing in of Trinity Fellowship. I was the lead vocalist. I was a soloist. And I mean, when you're singing in that atmosphere, I mean, you just let the Spirit come about you. And I mean, your voice comes out and it just, raises up, And to me, it took me, when I did that, it took me to another level as far as a singer.
It's a whole different experience.
Yes, sir.
It's a whole different experience. And it's funny that you say that, because you let the Spirit take over, and it's you just can't explain it.
Yes, sir.
Pero yo cantaba in la church, and then I would sing in front of a lot of people. You know, when I was in church, and when I got into Tejano music, it was a whole different animal. Like,
yes, sir.
you know, the very first time. Wait, let me tell you. Do you have time? Because I'm gonna.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Brother, the mic's on you, brother. We got you. Yes, sir.
I started with RDV Grupo Suave. I started as a backup vocalist. So even when I made that transition, I still wasn't the front man. I went from singing in front of a lot of people at church to.
Yes, sir.
So we were in the clubs, we were in the bars, and you know, I wasn't, you know, it wasn't really intimidating because I was in the back, and I was doing backup vocals.
Yes, sir.
And I want to thank Artie for giving me also my first opportunity to get into the business. But then we did that for a year, and then Piri Barra was also with RDV Grupo Suave. And then Pete and I decided to branch out, for lack of a better word, and then it was Piri Barra y Grupo Fuego. And we did that for about 3 years. And then when I started singing I did my very first gig with Pete as a frontman. I was telling my friend Pito today that I was so nervous. I could feel my left arm going numb. That's how nervous and terrified I was. After singing many years in front of a lot of people in church. But like I said, out here is a whole different animal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, so then I did that with Piri Barra for a few years. We got into the studio, but we never took anything out. I don't know what happened to the recordings or whatever, but nunca se hizo nada. So then in 2010 is when I joined Tejano Highway 281.
Yes, sir.
And I did a few CDs with them, and man, we were all over the place. And I thank God for that. I thank God for that opportunity. And then, like I said, when was it? In 2017. 2017 is when I decided to just go ahead and do my own thing. And that's when I started my CD, and I recorded a Jimmy G medley. I recorded Es Cierto, Chiquitita Linda, and they did very well.
Yes, sir.
And so here now we are with Tongoñadito.
Well,
and I'm so excited because I can't wait to play it out in the clubs. I can't wait to get everybody dancing.
Yes, sir.
And believe it or not, I just recorded something with Tejano Highway 281 also. So as back and forth, Chris invited me to sing a song or two on their latest EP, and I did.
Yes, sir. That's awesome.
But now here we are with Tongoñadito.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, I can't wait to get out there. Do they have a lot of clubs out there in Amarillo?
Yes, sir. Amarillo and Plainview, and then of course Lubbock, Midland, Odessa. Yeah, I can't wait to get it out there in the clubs and everything, and just get it pushed out. And you were saying about Eddie from La Calma. I got to throw a shout out to him also, because my best friend Ernestine Romero, he's done a couple of tracks for her and everything, and she was always so. She was always so appreciative of him and everything, and then like you were saying about the backup vocals, I've always told Aisha some of the best lead vocals started off as backup vocals. Of course, Aisha, was with Ram and with Bush and everything.
Aisha's awesome. A special shout out to Aisha.
Yes, she's amazing. Her, Rebecca Valadez, she was backup vocals with Janet Jackson, and then, to me, a backup vocalist, you're the one that has to sing the harmony line. So you're raising your range up. So when it comes time for you to be really built it out there, and then especially with you singing in church, I mean, it rings out, brother. On the new single, I mean, I really can't wait to play it in the clubs because it does have that driving, when I put my met together to do clubs, I always try finding those tracks that I know, whether somebody has a beer in their hand, a drink, or they're just sitting there, that song, as soon as it starts, it's going to get them on the dance floor. And I believe this one's that one, brother.
You know what? Que Dios te oiga, brother. I hope so. And it's like I would discuss it with my fellow musicians, and I say, you know what? It's what the people want.
Yes.
Many artists record to impress other musicians.
Yes.
But other musicians are not buying your CDs.
Yes, sir.
Other musicians are not buying your music.
Yeah.
You got to cater to the crowd.
Yes.
What the people want to hear.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I'm aiming for.
Yes, sir.
To entertain the crowd and put on a good show, and I can't wait. Now this song has really got me excited. I cannot wait to get back out in the clubs. Sure. I know that it'll do good.
Well, I'm gonna go back to Ernestine Romero. They called her the La Reina de Nuevo Mexico, but that was her whole philosophy. In every album that she produced, her band testified that she would make them do songs over and over and over until she was guaranteed that she felt in her heart that her fans would love it. And then when she get out there and she would do her shows, I mean, it was all about the people standing in front of her. I mean, she just wanted to put the most amazing show down, and there's some artists, out there, I hate to say it, there's some artists, they just put out singles just to put out a single. And then there's artists like Ernie and artists like you that, I mean, y'all want it to be perfect for the listeners, for your fans, that, that they're going to feel that track.
Right. And, I never had the pleasure of meeting Ernestine.
Yes, sir.
But I've heard nothing but wonderful things about
Thank you.
Her.
Thank you very much.
And I didn't know her. I had her on my Facebook, but I didn't know her.
Yes, sir.
But I would always say, mi tocaya, because I'm Ernest also.
Yeah.
Mi tocaya. But no, I never knew her personally, but I heard nothing but wonderful things about her.
Yes.
Que Dios la tenga en su gloria.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for that, sir. Well, let me go ahead and have you introduce the song right quick, and I'll throw it in the mix, and then we'll come back, and we'll close it out and let you say your thanks going out to all your fans out there, brother.
All right.
Yes, sir.
No, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank all my fans, all your listeners.
Yes, sir.
And I can't wait for you guys to dance to El Tongoñadito.
Let's go.
¿Están listos? ¡Vámonos! Y un saludo especial. Al nuevo ritmo, un ritmo pegajoso y sabrosito se baila muy cerquita y pegadito. Vamos ya a bailarlo pegadito. Vengamos, bailemos al nuevo ritmo, un ritmo que sabroso es. Tongo, 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 tongoñadito, tongoñadito, tongoñadito. Tongo, 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 tongoñadito, tongoñadito, tongoñadito. Lo bailo en la calle, tongoñadito. Lo bailo en la escuela, tongoñadito. Por supuesto que en el baile, tongoñadito. Lo bailo en el coche, tongoñadito. Tongo, 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 tongoñadito, tongoñadito, tongoñadito. Tongo, 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 tongoñadito, tongoñadito, tongoñadito. Eso, eso. ¿Y ya se cansaron? ¡No! ¡El Neto! Vengamos, bailemos al nuevo ritmo, un ritmo pegajoso y sabrosito se baila muy cerca cerquita y pegadito, vamos ya a bailarlo pegadito. Ven mi amor, bailemos al nuevo ritmo, un ritmo que sabroso es. Tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito. Lo bailo en la calle, tongo, ñaito, lo bailo en la escuela, tongo, ñaito, por supuesto que en el baile, tongo, ñaito, lo bailo en el coche, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito.
I love it. I love it. Neto, are you still there, brother?
I'm still here, Karaoke Joe.
Man, I love that. You got me in there dancing in the studio, brother. I know everybody's watching me on Facebook Live. I'm all wiggling. I cannot wait to throw this one down. I'm gonna. This time I didn't, because usually when I do releases, I don't. I had to hold back. I had to step back from my turntables. But when I play this one again, I'm gonna have to get on my turntables and play a little bit with this one, man, because it's got that feel, bro.
That's great, brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, if chance, what would you like to say to all your fans out there, all your friends and loved ones out there?
I want to thank all my fans, Neto Gutierrez fans. I want to thank all my future fans.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to thank your fans, all your listeners, Karaoke Joe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And to everybody that's listening. They can, if they want to know who I am, they want to find me. They can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Neto Gutierrez.
Mm-hmm.
They can Neto Gutierrez official.
Yes, sir.
They can find me there. And I want to invite everybody to request the heck out of Tongoñaito.
Yes, sir.
And request it. And you can find it on all digital platforms, iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, whatever. You can find it. You can download it on, like I said, on iTunes. It's everywhere.
Yes, sir.
And again, I want to invite everybody to support Neto Gutierrez and go out and buy your copy of Tongoñaito.
Yes, sir. And
available on all digital platforms.
We've got a couple of other DJs and personalities listening in also. To them, to be able to get the song, Rosie with Rap Promotion is
Rosie
is distributing it. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, just get with Rosie. She'll send it out to you.
Okay, good to go. And man, like I said, man, it's got that drive, brother. I love that track, brother. That's fire.
And Karaoke Joe, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to meeting you in person, and I can't wait to see you at a club and have everybody dancing, brother.
Yes, sir. Well, again, thank you for your time, brother, and God bless you. And I can't wait. Like I said, I agree with you. I can't wait, but I can wait till we get back.
Exactly.
You know, we gotta be safe about it. But yes, sir. And like I said.
Before I forget, Karaoke Joe, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
I need to send a special shout out to Rosie, to Rose Allison. For everything that she has done.
She's amazing.
She is doing great, and yes, I want to send a special shout out to her.
Yes, sir.
She does an amazing job.
Yes, sir. To any artists out there listening right now, I mean, if you want your music pushed, I always say while we sleep and get our rest, Rosie's usually up at 3:00 in the morning sending out music.
She's on her computer doing everything.
Yes, sir. So she's well worth the money out there. To anybody wanting to invest in a promoter, you know, Rosie's the way to go in my heart. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much again, Karaoke Joe. Muchas gracias. Te lo agradezco. And again, everybody out there listening to you, whoever can hear me, whoever can hear Karaoke Joe,
yes, sir.
God bless you and thank you very much.
Yes, sir. We got Miss Olivia, Ernestine Romero's mom. She's listening in from Santa Fe. We got Rosa.
A special shout out to her. Claro que sí.
Yes,
que Dios me la bendiga.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you. We got Rosa Maria from Washington State listening in. again. Kayla from Colorado.
Saludos para Washington.
Yes, sir. We got Alonso from El Dorado Band is listening in right now.
Special shout out to Alonso también. Claro que sí. They have a great band. They
Yes, sir.
awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for joining us, brother. And anything you need, just feel free to get a hold of me, brother. And let's put it together, sir.
Igualmente y muchas gracias, eh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, have a blessed night, brother. Thank you.
Good night, brother.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Guys, once again, this is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from ThrowdownMix.com. Tune in radio. Time to throw down. Let's go.
En tu copa estando rota y comí de tu mano lo que había. Me da miedo pensar, verme en la soledad y así. Tomé tu copa rota, el elixir del amor. Comí en tu mano el pan que me hace tan feliz. Me impregno de tu aliento.
All right, guys. Once again, thank y'all so much for listening in out there. Big thank you going out to Rosie with Rap Promotions for hooking it up. And I'll tell you what, before I shut off, guys, I'm going to go and play both the brand new songs coming to you from El Dorado Band, Que Bonita, and then also from Neto dropping it out there. So I'm going to throw those down right quick and then do my closer again. Thank you, everybody, for listening again, and we will catch y'all next time. Karaoke Joe, let's go. El Dorado Band, let's go. Get y'all in the mood for that swing.
Cuando tú te entregaste a mí, qué bonito. Cuando yo a ti mi vida te di, qué bonito. Cuando aquel gran amor que sentimos los dos, qué bonito. ¿Quién pensaba en dolor? ¿Quién pensaba en traición? Si todo era bonito. Te fuiste de mí y más tarde aprendí que de ti necesito. Que critiquen de mí porque lloro por ti, pero siento bonito. Cuando aquel gran amor que sentimos los dos, qué bonito. ¿Quién pensaba en dolor? ¿Quién pensaba en traición? Si todo era bonito. Te fuiste de mí y más necesito. Que critiquen de mí porque lloro por ti, pero siento bonito. Cuando aquel gran amor que sentimos los dos, qué bonito. ¿Quién pensaba en dolor? ¿Quién pensaba en traición? Si todo era bonito.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the one and only Joe G. Our condolences going out to his family, friends, and of course to the band El Dorado. This was one of his favorite songs, they said, of the album.
¡Vámonos!
This is Neto.
Y un saludo especial.
Guys, once again, a big thank you going out to El Dorado, also going out to Neto, and of course, Miss Rosie Rap Promotion in the house. ToneDownMix.com, TuneIn Radio. Let's go, Neto. I'm gonna get on the table, brothers.
Bailemos al nuevo ritmo, un ritmo pegajoso y sabrosito se baila muy cerquita y pegadito. Vamos ya a bailarlo pegadito. Ven, amor, bailemos al nuevo ritmo, un ritmo que sabroso es. Tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito. Lo bailo en la calle, tongo, ñaito. Lo bailo en la escuela, tongo, ñaito. Por supuesto que en el baile, tongo, ñaito. Lo bailo en el coche, tongo, ñaito. Tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito. ¿Ya se cansaron? ¡No! Neto Gutierrez. El Neto. Bailemos al nuevo ritmo, un ritmo pegajoso y sabrosito se baila muy cerquita y pegadito. Vamos ya a bailarlo pegadito. Ven, mi amor, bailemos al nuevo ritmo, un ritmo que sabroso es. Tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito. Lo bailo en la calle, tongo, ñaito. Lo bailo en la escuela, tongo, ñaito. Por supuesto que en el baile, tongo, ñaito. Lo bailo en el coche, tongo, ñaito. Tongo, 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 ñaito. Tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, 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 ñaito, tongo, ñaito, tongo, ñaito.
Alright guys, once again thank y'all so much for joining me. This is Karaoke Joe and this is my closer, Ernestine Romero, Jeanette Marie.
Tengo el corazón herido, el hombre que yo quiero se me va, le estoy perdiendo, estoy sufriendo, llorando de impotencia, no puedo retenerlo.
Once again, thank you everybody for joining me. A big thank you going out to El Dorado out there, also to Neto Gutierrez. Thank y'all so much, and a big thank you going out to Rosie. Everybody have a blessed night. Time to throw down. Let's go.
No te des nunca por vencida, que vale todo si se lucha por amor. ¿Cómo puede ser? Entrega todo en ti. Intentamos posible que se pueda querer más. Pensando así lo perderás. No podrás perder, me quedará lo que has vivido. Consejo no me aleja del dolor. Son cosas del amor.
Guys, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We will have a show tomorrow.
Yo no sé qué está pasando. ¿Será que habrá encontrado otra mujer? Ya no es el mismo, su indiferencia. La siento por las noches, rechaza mi presencia. Amiga, ¿no será que has descuidado la forma de buscarlo en el amor?
once again, guys, thank y'all so much for joining me. This is Karaoke Joe coming to you straight from ThrodownMix.com, TuneIn Radio,